Welcome back, one and all. We are here with a new stream. Okay, I got to set things up. A little scuffed. Don't worry about blackness right now. I'm making sure some things are set up. I am trying to do a new hyper stream. Hopefully it will be something that we can all learn from. So, hello, welcome. How are we all doing? I am the expert of experts, the master of disaster, the one and only void seer, Sonoma Strolla, and we are here to learn today. We are gonna learn. Perhaps. Hold on. We're gonna put some music on. Have some music. Hello? So today, we are gonna be not having this up. We are going to be learning a little bit about RPG Maker MV. And I'm going to be using my game as an example here. Some stuff that I'm going to be showing is mostly through plugins. I myself do not know RPG Maker MV very well. I know it to a degree. If you're trying to do custom stuff, you're going to need to learn some JavaScript. We'll get to that when we get to that. Why don't we take a look at what RPG Maker MV has to offer? So we're going to start with the first screen that you see here. We're going to go here, because it's going to be easier. So let's look up here. So if we look at a file, whenever you first boot this up, if you don't have a game started already, you're going to go to New Project, name it, and then put it wherever you want. Now start your new project. Everything's pretty much self-explanatory. This right here is how you're gonna get your game out to people. I'm not gonna click it because I think that's gonna show some sensitive information. I don't know what Steam management is. I'm not gonna click that because that might show some sensitive information. Edit all your usual stuff. You can delete the map. Don't do that unless you really, really want to. Copy the map. You can find something. So you can find... let me try this. Does this go for map? Oh, it does. Okay. So this is how you can find maps quicker. And if you have something like a note, which I will show here in a little bit, if you go here with a note, or if you go at the menu, where you right click. If you need to make a new map, you hit new. But if we go edit, you can change the name of the map in the editor. So name it whatever you need to name it. That way, you know what the heck you're trying to find. Now, the display name is what it's going to show in-game. So, let's say you were on this map, and you go to this map. If you enter this map from either here or here, it would tell you the name of the map every time you entered it. So you can have every map with a customized name if you want. That's only if you don't mind it popping up every time you enter a map. Go back. Tile set. You just pick one of the tile sets that you have made. We'll get that in a little bit. This is how far to the left and right. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a new map. Not here. Let's hope that I don't accidentally delete a map I need. So I'm gonna make... new map. Okay, so we have a new map. So with that said, let's say we want to use one of the default RPG Maker MV's Tilesets, which is usually one of these. So you can go here, go outside, and it'll give you the outside. Yes, always back up everything. And always make sure to save often, because you never know if the thing's going to crash, if your internet's going to go out, if power's going to go out. You'll know what's going to happen. And if you're doing a big project like this, make sure you have it backed up on like a external hard drive or on like OneDrive or somewhere. Make sure it's somewhere where you can easily access it if you need to get your backup. Because you never know when it might when bad things might happen. So the width. This is how big or small horizontally it will be. So that's with 7 or 11. The smallest you could go is 1, I believe. Oh no, you could go 0, but why would you go 0? Yeah, things can corrupt for no reason, so you never know what might happen there. Give me just a second. 1 second, if you will. 1 second. Alright. I have returned. So, let's put this back to 10. And height is up or down. So, I believe it's always from the bottom. So, if you go 19. Let's go like 15. Yeah. It will creep up from the bottom. If you, increase or decrease this, it will go to the right. So, keep that in mind if you like, let's say you do something like this, right? I'm just gonna throw something out here real quick. Let's say you do something like this. And I am going to throw grass down. So let's say you have something like this, right? Something very basic. Now, yeah. Let's say you want to increase it a couple. So keep in mind that this will be empty. There will be nothing here. What is this song? Oh, it's that one. Okay. So, you can increase it, and it will give you a blank spot. Now, what do you think happens if you decrease it? So, say you decrease it. Let's say that. So, that cuts that off, right? Now, let's say you return it. It will delete whatever was there. So, keep that in mind. It will delete whatever was there. That goes both ways. So, anything down here, if you decrease it, it will delete whatever's down below. This is a thing that I personally got myself screwed on a few times. Is this music too loud? The music's not too loud. You're gonna see me jump over there a lot, just to make sure things are fine. So there's that with the width and height. The scroll height. This is if you have a blank background. So let's say we have a blank background here, right? Let's say you're stuck on like this tiny little island of whatever. So scroll height, this won't matter until you go over here to the parallax background. Basically what this does is it makes the parallax background loop. Oh, no, that's the wrong thing, sorry. We'll get parallax. Scroll height loop vertically. Which way is vertically? Is that up or down? Yes. So say you were to walk... Let's do this. Where are you? Actually, this would be a good spot to do this. Let's say we make this loop vertically, okay? So what does that mean? I'm gonna open up the game to do this. It's gonna have no volume, mind you. So, let's say it loops vertically, right? Oh. I accidentally, did the wrong thing. So, you can see, whoa! This is what happens if your map's not big enough and you try to loop vertically. If you try to loop vertically while a big map, you're gonna get some real funky stuff. Anyways, that is with vertically. Let's say we do horizontally. Now with horizontal, you can see at the border of the maps, you can see where the map ends. You can see where the map splits. So if you're gonna do horizontal or vertical looping, you're gonna have to make sure that the top and bottom are correctly done. For example, taking one of my maps here as an example, this would be an example of a vertical and horizontal map. It's not the most interesting map. Let's go to something more interesting. Let's go here. So, you can see this tree right here lines up with this tree here. So there's the bottom of the tree. That's not FF4's Underworld, by the way. None of these are Tilesets from any game. You can find the Tilesets somewhere. It's hard to find them for MD, it honestly is. But you can find some free ones. Just make sure to follow the terms of uses with them. But yeah, you can see that if I drag this, you can see this lines up. If I drag this, you can see that the trees line up. And if I drag this, you can see this lines up. Oh, that does not line up. That's actually one tile too tall. Oh. Oh no, wait. This goes to the right. No, wait. I'm confusing myself. This matches. So this matches with that tile. You can see that they're the correct tiles. I don't know why this is one off. That's one off and I don't like it. It needs to be one down. So let's fix that. So we're gonna fix that right now. I need that tile right there. There we go. So let's save that. So now it should be lined up. So this is the thing you're gonna have to be wary of if you do vertical and horizontal looping. Because you gotta make sure that these line up. Otherwise it's gonna look bad. It's gonna look kinda choppy. Okay, so we don't need that now. I am gonna put both loops on. So this is what happens if you put both loops on. Can you imagine what happens? You get both left and you get looping in all directions. Basically what you would have seen with the map that I had. So this is what would happen if you put both the loopings on. So that's if you have a small map. Keep in mind, this map is 15 by 8. I think if you want a normal map, I think it's 20 by 20. Let me see what happens if I put 20 by 20. Where's my... Okay, so there's that. Where are you? You're here. You're coming with me. So I'm gonna put this here. And let's see what happens if... we check this. It's a little too big. I say it's a little too big, but I got looping on. We don't want the looping on right now. It's a little too big. So if you're looking for something that's about the screen size, what you can do, let's go like 14, let's go 15. If you're looking for something that just fits the screen, well, it's not 15 tall, that's for sure. And it's not 15 wide, so let's do 17, 13. It looks like it's not 17, 13. But we're gonna see. Because maybe you want to just have the maps be as big as... So it's 17, 13 if you want to have something that fits just the screen. If only you want something to fit just the screen, 17 with 13 height. Okay, I'm gonna drag you back so that you're back where you're supposed to be. Now with that said, that's all the scroll types, encounter steps. The way that RPG Maker innately handles encounter steps is a little weird. Because it handles it in a way where I'm actually not sure how it handles it. It doesn't handle it very well, let's say. Give me a second. 1 second. Let me try to find... if I can. Do I have it? I think I changed this somewhere. I'm checking, something real quick. Did I not change this somewhere? Huh. I might have changed this in the core. I might have changed it inside the core program, so... there is a way to change the encounter stuff. It's somewhere in RPG core or RPG manager JavaScript. We're not going to dive into that today because if you mess something up in there, you're going to break the whole thing. Again, back up your files so you don't screw something up. But effectively, the lower you have of these, the more encounters you're gonna have. So, let me just throw a random encounter here. I'm gonna throw a random spider. So let's take a look at, you know what, I'm not gonna do it on this map. Oh no, I am gonna do it on this map. This is the right map. So, this spot here, we'll get this. This is where you're going to put your enemies. You can do it for the entire map, or you can do it by region. What does all of this mean? Let's find out. I don't know what all of this actually means. Like, why are there 3 different regions? Huh. I guess you could have them spawn in 3 different area types. Anyways. Most of the day is going to be dealt with looking at this particular screen. So we're going to put you back here, Fauna. Alright, so... it's set at 30, okay? So if we run around for a little bit... it's actually taking a while to get here. Oh! I know why it's gonna take a while. Because I messed with the, encounter rate, so it's not gonna act like what it is. I was gonna have an empty file for all of this, but that would have taken, that would have taken, some time to do, because I don't want to have to switch between both files. Or both projects. So yeah, basically, the lower the number, the more encounters you have. The higher the number, the less encounters you have. I don't know what the highest number is. It looks like it's 999. And 1 is just like every step. If you don't want to have any encounters on the map, there is a way of doing that. Not from here, though. So... I'm gonna, do this, and I'm gonna delete this. So, background music. You can have no background music playing. Which allows you to, have other music play when you walk into that area. So, for example, say you have no music playing, right? Let's say you don't have this chat. And let's say you walk into this map from another map that has some music playing. Say this music right now playing is what you're hearing. And you walk into a map that does not have autoplay background music on. It will keep playing that music. If you have this set, it will play whatever is here. Whenever you walk on, whenever you enter that map. I'm gonna, mute you real quick. Stop playing right now. Now, let's say, we are gonna play this. That's very, very loud. So you can adjust the volume. And even with the volume, it's probably gonna be very loud. You can adjust it by different percent. Now let's say you want to adjust the pitch. You can make it go fast. Let's make it go 50%. How about 500? I don't think it goes 500. It does not. It only goes 150. Or you can make it go slow. That sounds very evil. That sounds, very evil. Oh my. Let's put that to normal. Now, pan is like, I actually don't know what pan does. I have no idea what pan actually does. Now, here's the thing that older RPG makers, well, at least RPG Maker 2003, I don't know XP or any others before this did this, you can play sound effects as background. So you can have sound effects playing with the music. Which is nice, you can add some ambience to areas. I should probably take a look at this at some point. It's all defaults, by the way. So you can mess with that. So if you want a little bit of like ambience in your maps, you can add all of that in. Give me a second. We're gonna go ahead and play that. So you can also have backgrounds for your fights. If you have none on, as you saw when I get a little spider fight, it will just use the map, wherever you're at on the map, as your background. So it's basically, you can see everything as it was on the map as your background. Now let's say you want a specific background. As you can see, you can just set specific backgrounds for the floor. And you may notice up here, is my mouse being captured? Yes. Up here, it's kind of dark, right? What if I told you, you can have different types of hop? Whoa! This is something you're not able to do in 2003. You can just throw in like different types of backgrounds as you see fit, which is really neat. Now, if you're able to make your own graphics, or if you're able to get someone to do your graphics, you can add a lot of custom variety to all of that. Hey, look, we're at the void. The void has never left us. It really is the void. And then you get some really, really bonkers, like, interesting, interesting little backgrounds. You can also make it so that if you have gas enabled, you can't gas. So, you can make it specifically for, like, hey, you're hired, you're not allowed a gas. You're gonna have this parallel event running or something of the sort. Now, this is what I was talking about earlier with the parallax background. Where is this? Okay, so, give me this. No! Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of some stuff here, okay? And then I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. Let's make it, like, 20 by 20. And let's get rid of the spider. I'll teach you some of this stuff here in a little bit. Just give me a second. Let's move it 4 by 4. There we go. So, I'll teach you that in a second. So here, you see there's no valid background, right? What happens if you have no valid background? You just have darkness, right? Which is kind of not interesting, right? Like, you can walk around, but it looks like nothing was done, right? So why don't we do something with parallax background? Now you can make your own. It uses the map image for the background. It uses the parallax background. So let's say you put on, say, dark space 1. So now you can see, if I add her, dark space 1 is here. Not continue. And now, as you can see, you have a background. But boy, it seems a little stiff, doesn't it? Like, it doesn't look like... It's a little stiff. Now, let's say you want something like, say, you're flying in an airship, right? And you want the background to move with you. We'll use this. I have to think of which one it was. So, say you're flying in an airship, and you want to move left or right. Let's put it on, like, speed 3. Now, with speed 3, it will be moving at this speed. Now it looks like you're on an airship. If, you know, you have an airship, or say you have, like, anything that's, like, got the sky background, airship, you're on, like, a balloon, you're flying, maybe you're on a dragon, who knows? What is the max speed you can go? Apparently 32 is the max speed. Let's see what that looks like at 32. That is speed of 32. Alright, so, I'm gonna give you guys a, motion sickness warning. Because you might get motion sick from this. Let's say we loop it vertically now. And let's say we do it with 3. We have a Lammy theme playing right now. So now, it's going up and down. So you can use this for, like, say you're falling in the sky and you don't want to, like, move your sprite too much. Now, let's say you want to move, like, down left, I think it is. I don't think it goes down right. I don't think. But let's find out. So I think this is down left. Up left it goes. So it goes up left. So you could be like... If you want to do a parallax image as overlay, you need a plugin. I'm not 100% sure on that. I haven't messed with parallax images that much. You can stick the parallax image, or what do you mean by overlay? Tell me what you mean by overlay. Do you mean like just sitting on top of the image? Because I believe... Let me see if I can find it. Where is Heiko? I basically do that here, in a way. As you can see, it uses the dark space. Oh no, I put this on a... No, I put this on a Tileset. Never mind. I don't think it exists in the vanilla engine. I think you need a, I'm pretty sure you need a, yeah, you do need a plugin for fog and shadows, I believe. I do believe you do need that. I don't have that tile set anymore, do I? No, I don't have that tile set anymore. Crap. So, let's see what happens if we have to set the max. And by the way, Rice, you reminded me I do need to look into that because, if I want to do something like, say, water effects for, like, say, the seafloor, I kind of need, like, a watery effect for that. So, yes, I I do think you need a plugin for that. I could be wrong. I could be absolutely wrong. Give me just a second if you will. I need to check something. Give me just a second. Alright. I just have to do that, so, yeah. You use Galgus's layer graphics plugin. Does that work with Yamfly stuff? It's not gonna, like, interfere with Yamfly plugins, is it? Because that's the thing about plugins, by the way, people. Some plugins are, gonna interfere with other plugins. You may have to, test which plugin does and does not work with other plugins. Oh, it does work with, Yamflies? Okay. I will look into that. I don't have any special plugins or, graphics in mind. Like, I need a blizzard, like a snowstorm one for this. And I need a, like, underwater effect for this. I think that's all I really need. I'm looking. Those are the only two I need, yeah. I just need, like, snowstorm and, like, water ripples for, my game. You can add notes. I'm pretty sure you do some JavaScript here in this particular thing. I don't have the plugins for that, but you can do this via plugins. You've been looking at writing a few plugins of your own, of using custom functions. So here's the thing. I actually have a couple custom functions in my game. We'll get to that in a second. Before we end with the map properties, again, you can probably do some JavaScript code in here. I don't know JavaScript very well. I'm sure people can tell me about that. I.e., checking to see if a player or event is on a specific map location or shares the same location as another event. Oh, right. So, over here at the troops, you saw me do this earlier. You can make it set to the entire map, or specified by region ID. This one I'm not sure on. I think you can set it by specific, like, 3 different regions. I think. Yeah, it's by regions. So I think you can have 3 different regions set for this. I think. But say you want an enemy to be more rare or more common. If you want them to be, like, super common, you increase it. What's the max? Max is 100. Say you want the enemy to be, super common, or, super rare, you set it to, like, 1. I don't know why you would ever set it to 0. Is 0 a thing? 0's a thing! I don't know why you would ever set it to 0. So there's that. You can really trigger specific encounters only under certain conditions. I don't know if I would need to do that myself. But for those who want to do this, Rice mentioned this. If you want to trigger specific encounters only under certain conditions, check out Galgus's random encounter conditions plugin. Since it lets you do stuff like one-time encounters after a certain story point, etc. The story point one would be good for, like, if you need to change world map encounters. That is something I was thinking of doing. That is something I wish I could have done in, my previous game. In Ho-Ho Fantasy, which is in 2003, you cannot do that Unless you make, like, a copy of the map. Which... Now, speaking of plugins, there's this button here. I'm gonna show you all my plugins. This is all the plugins I use. You can see some are off because they, interfere with, other plugins. But, some of the plugins I use are custom, which is, like, the EXP. The EXP one is a custom one. I see someone is playing something, I don't think you can see that. You can kinda see that, maybe. But yeah, EXP, can you see that? Yes, okay. So you can't really see the EXP thing here. You can't really see... Oh! There's the custom encounter thing I use. So here's my plugin. I was wondering where it was. So this is the plugin I use with the encounter rate. So this is like, it's supposed to be 50 steps plus 50 steps. So it's like between 50 to 100 steps, I believe. And then it adds, it lets you get random encounters. But, you can see things like dice damage. Give me just a second. Let me see if I can make this pop up in something that's not, what's my dice damage? I'm gonna pop you open in, can I open you in Notepad? Let's open you in Notepad. Okay, that doesn't change anything. Good. And can I open you back open in, Notepad Plus? I'm just making sure things aren't gonna break. That's all. So, okay, that does work there. So give me a second. I'm just making sure it's not gonna show, like, anything special. Okay, so, over here. For example, this is what I have for, like, my dice hats. So this is for, my, fixed dice, which allows you to, get extra damage if you roll, like, 3 of a kind. I have another one for, 2 of a kind. This also does, 2 of a kind, okay. No, it's just 3 of a kind. Okay. So you can do your own formulas, and you can, stick them into here. What that means is, for example, you saw dice damage, right? Let me show you what that means. So, I have special weapons that uses dice, right? That uses ID 33. So, let's go to over here. You may see dice damage. It's divided into 2 separate plugins for a reason. Let me open them both back up. I will open them both back up. Where'd it go? Open with Notepad. And I will open this one with Notepad. Whoops. Okay. So, this is the original dice damage formula, okay? So, this is for the free dice roll. So, the only thing I have for that is this one. This is for when it's for the triple dice, which, if I recall, that's only... What skill is that? That is skill 34. So, we're looking for 34. That's 35. That should only be fixed dice. Yeah, fixed dice. So, fixed dice has three sides. It has three dice, basically. So basically, this emulates a three dice roll. If you roll three of the same kind, like, say you roll 3 6s, it will multiply that by 6. So, say you roll dice 1. It's a random number between 1 and 6. And then you do that with dice 2, dice 3. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can do that very easily with one function. That's why I split it up. Because if you look over here at the other one, it does not have the triple dice. It's only for 2 dice. Ignore what this says, this is a comment. But this is only for 2 dice. I tried to have them in the same formula, but it wasn't working very nicely for me. I'm sure I could do something with this, but, you know. So you can't do custom formulas like that. And you can add them to specific, skills and stuff. We'll go over that later. Right now, we're going to go over the map stuff. So, as you can see, we have separate maps. A. This is the ground tile. This will allow you to set, like, floors. It'll let you set, walls. So, as you can see, you have floors, you have walls. Wow, I don't know why that happened. So, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. So, there's very specific, ways that tile sets have to be set. So, if you look over here at the tile set tab, we're gonna go here. All of your water and ground tiles have to be set to this specific range. This very specific range. Floor and roof tiles must be set between this and I believe it's to over here. You can also right-click and pick a specific tile. Yes, yes. I'll go over that in a second. Also, thank you for giving me all this information. I did need someone who fact-check me or help out too. But yeah, this is all your floor and ceiling tiles. These are like stairs and more floor tiles. I don't remember what these tiles are for right here. I think it's just like miscellaneous tiles. And then you have like cliff tiles. I don't remember what these tiles are supposed to be. For the record, if you're wondering how long I've been working on this, I've had this since November. So I've been in this for a while. So A is your ground tile. B goes on top of that. So all your trees, your doors, your windows, all those tiles go there. Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend to know everything either. Because I don't know everything. So, you have your floor tiles, right? Let's say you want to make a wall. Here you go. Now you have like a miniature wall. Now you have a thicker wall. So, you can make your walls that way. And you want to make sure to change your passabilities over here. So, if it's set to X, you cannot walk over it. If it's set to circle, you walk over it. RPG developer Bacon learn. What are you talking about? Are you talking about the title? I chose the title because it's learning for both me and for the people watching, if they, you know, watch this and learn stuff from it. So yeah, what I was saying, circle possibilities. You can walk over it. HDHoogie. I don't know what that is, actually. Circle, you can walk over. X, you cannot walk over. And you cannot do it on floor tiles. You cannot do it on these tiles. Actually, you cannot do it on 8 tiles at all. Okay, so 8 tiles does not give you the star possibility. That's on other, all the rest. So say you want to, like, it's the Octopath Traveler style. Interesting. So say you want to walk behind the tree, right? Or say you want to go behind something. You will do a star possibility. Now let's say for circle and star, you want to go in specific direction. So say you don't want to walk, say you're behind this tree, but you don't want to go down in front of the tree. You will go to possibility 4 directions, and you see this down. You will click that will remove it, so you can't walk down if you're on this tile. If the tile already has an X, it doesn't matter if you put the, put that on that specific tile or not, because it will never let you walk down. It will never let you on that tile, no matter what. Going back here, say you want to have a ladder. This is a unique little thing for MV that I don't think the other RPG makers have. I don't know about XP. I've never seen XP. We will look at XP in one day. But say you want to have, like, where is it? It will never let you down, but it will never run around to desert you. No, it will never hurt you. So say you want to have a ladder. Say you want to have, like, this specific ladder. Let me get a ladder in here. I will put a ladder right here. And you know what? I will make this bigger so we can do this. So there's the top of the ladder. There's the rest of the ladder. And there's the bottom of the ladder. Alright, so let's go check what that does. So normally, if you have, like, stairs, you would just, like, walk up the stairs normally. Let me show what that looks like. Stairs. And we will make this go away. We will make this go away. We will make this go away. Go away. Be gone. It was not going away. So normally you have stairs that go like this, right? And lets you just walk up and down. But what if you don't want to do that with a ladder? What if you want to, like, walk down and face up? So, this is a ladder. You can see that it doesn't change your direction. Now, you can do this with a fence, where it locks the direction. But, it's a lot easier to just use the ladder. Now, as you can see, you can walk up there. But you cannot walk up there if you're down here. You can only walk up there if you're up here. Yep, the ladders have that functionality. Also, notice how you cannot walk up here. Let's take a look at that. So this is the A tile. And as you can see, it's set to X. Normally, if it's on X, you can't walk up that tile. But as you can see, because we used the ladder, we're on top of it. If you're not on the ladder, it will not let you on it. Oh, you can face left or right on the ladder, though. But if you go up or down, it will lock you. So you can face left and right on the ladder. And I'm going to use a HESC mode thing. If you hold... is it control? Yes, if you hold control in HESC mode, you can just face through stuff. So as you can see, I put myself in the wall. It is set to X. Note how the wall is set to X. Walls will never let you walk on it unless you set a circle. Now let's say you're on the ceiling. The ceiling will let you up there if you could get up there normally. It will not let you up there outside of the ceiling. Yeah, hold control, and it will allow you to clip. Additional thing about holding control, it will disable enemy encounters. So if you want to ignore enemy encounters when testing stuff, you can hold control, if I recall. So this is the function of the ladder. Now, bus. Let's say you want to make a bus. Do I have anything that can act as a bus? You know what? We're going to make you a bus. Oh, you are set to a bus. So what the bus does, is... Let me get out of here. Where's my bus aisle? So, you see this right here. This is what we're going to use for the bus aisle. Also, hello Sinra, it's been a while. So normally, you see how your sprite is, right? You can just see your higher sprite. What the bus sprite does, it makes the bottom portion of your sprite kind of like semi-transparent. So it adds a little neat effect to your sprite. Let me check something. Do I have a water tile that acts like that? Do I not have a water tile? Well, I have that. I can actually do that with that. Let's hate this and do this. So we're gonna take a poison swamp. So, you saw that with the grass. You can also do that with, like, water. So you can make it seem like water is, waist high, if you really want to add extra effect. It doesn't do anything else but that. So, you can make a higher map where it's like you're wading through, like, high grass, or you're trying to fight through, like, waist-high water. That's something you can do. Counter enables the tile to start an event that is not directly next to it. I've never messed with this one. When the tile with the counter attribute is between the character and the event will start as if the character is right next to it, even if it will not. When the attribute is given to a terrain tile is considered to be a table and will be drawn to. You know what? Let's try this counter. I've never messed with this counter. So let's say it's on this. Okay, it's on this. And let's say we make an event here, and let's put like hex is A. What does this do? I've never messed with this, so let's see what happens. Okay, that doesn't do anything. What if I put it like right here? I've never messed with counter, so this is a new thing for me. Huh. Am I using the right tile? That is the right tile. How does this work? Does anyone know how this works? A tile is start an event that is not directly next to it. When a tile with a counter attribute is between the character and the event will start as if the character is right next to it. I don't know what this actually means. What does this give it a terrain auto tile? Okay, so what if I give this to, say, let's give it to, like, this grass. Not you, this grass. This winter grass. See, this is a learning experience for me. Which one was that? That was... Which grass? It is on that one. So it's that one, okay. Let's do that. Yeah, there's some grass. I don't understand. What does this do? What? What does this do? Anyone know what this does? So give me a second. I'm gonna check something real quick. Let me go here and check something. RPG Maker MV counter tile. The counter. Let me read up on this. Let me see if I understand. If the player wants Hawk as an NPC. Okay. Is the counter database act as a counter? Wait, what? I'm lost. What does that mean? What does that... Ah! I see it got me, pressing buttons, So I forgot that pressing the num key does affect my model. My bad. It allows... Oh. So basically what it does, it allows you to talk to someone, like, behind a counter. So basically think of, like, say, like a shop. It's basically for a shop. Which is weird, which I don't know why you would ever use that. For something like that. What? Why would you ever use that for that? Like, can't you just use regular events for that? Okay. I don't understand why you would ever use that. Like, it sounds like something you never really need to use. Game Explorer, you solved that with the Poison Swamp. The Poison Swamp? The Poison Swamp. You can adjust this in, I believe, systems? Is it in systems that you can adjust the damage of that? There's a way to adjust the damage that, Poison Swamps do. I just don't remember how to do it. And Terrain Hag... This is for... I don't know what this is actually for. I'm not sure what you would ever use this for. And of course, notes. You can give yourself notes. You can do JavaScript, all that stuff. And you can set what height they are, area or world height. And you can set up to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different things. You need all of this though for all of this. So if you want to have a full map, a full layer 1, you need to have all of this set up. The rest is stuff that goes on top of it. So all of this will go on top of all of that. Yeah, this is all just extra stuff that you will place on top of the layer A. And I believe some of these can go on top with other things. So I think you can stack 2 or 3 of the same thing on top of one another. I think it's 2. Let me see. Let's see. So if I put you here, whoops, I could put you here. Yep. And then I put like a lily pad here. You can see that it starts to take away from the first thing there. So you can only put 2 things on top of each other. So you can be like, I'm gonna put a palm tree here, and I'm gonna put like a hole and a bush. And hey, you got a bush in front of the palm tree with a hole in it. So you do things like that. Get rid of this event when you don't need it. That is all of the Tileset stuff that I can think of. You can copy the Tileset. You can move the map. So X is 1. If you go X1, it will shift the entire map over to the right 1. If you do X minus 1, it goes to the left. Now, if you do this, and you make something go off screen, it will wrap it to the other side. So you don't have to worry about moving the entire thing over. Unless you want to, you know, move a specific part of the map over. I'm gonna put that back now. And you can do that with up or down. Now, I'm gonna make another map. And this is something I only did. No, I didn't even do this. So you can, if you're feeling lazy, just generate an image, a dungeon. So let's make this actually use a tile set. You can make it a room. You can make it several rooms, which would be something like this. Like, yep, you got a room. There's a room. It gives you 1 room. Say you want to add margins. I don't know what that actually means. What does this do? Let's look. I don't know what that means. But let's say you want to have wide passages. That's not really helping. Why is it not giving me different things? You can make it a maze. Oh, it's probably because the map's not big enough is why. So let's go like 30-30. So, let's say rooms. It can give you rooms. If, you know, you feel like you don't know how to do, mapping. I would not do this. I would learn how to map. So don't... I never used this option. I used it once as, like, a joke. And there's a reason behind that, which is, I will show you. It is over here. I need you to be not that. Where are you at, Faye? So you can see I made a, I basically did that here. However, this is all hand done. I did this by hand. You make me wondering, why would you make a map like this? Well, you can make a maze. You can customize your maze. You can add events for like traps and stuff. This maze I made because of Bay. Bay's a rat. What was usually associated with rats or mice? A mouse maze. So that was my idea behind this. That's why this even exists. You have a maze for a rat. So there's that. I would not recommend using that feature very much though. There's no real reason to do that. Just learn a map. You can find Tilesets. There are free Tilesets. Again, make sure you follow the terms of service. And just learn how to use the maps. So again, I will go over the Tilesets here. I'm not going to be going too much longer. Today's just the Tileset and some of this stuff up here. So again, floor tiles, so you can walk on them. Ceiling and wall tiles, so you can have like rooms and such. If you want to have like a room that is encased with a ceiling, let's do this. So let's say this is a room, okay? Let me get rid of this. So you have a room here. So this is your room. What you want to do and make it look like a room is use this roof tile and just spread it across like that. And depending on how thick of a room you want it to be, or how thick of a building you want it to be, you can make it as big or as thin as you need it to be. And this is how you will make a room. Most rooms are going to be about like this. So like, let me get rid of this. So 2 tiles. It's usually 3 tiles high. If you want a standard measurement. 2 tiles for this, and then 1 for the ceiling, if I recall correctly. It might be 3 tiles for the wall. Is it 2 tiles for the wall or 3 tiles? I don't remember. And then you got like your stairs that you can add on. You got whatever these tiles are supposed to be. I don't know what these tiles are meant for. I have no idea. You got more cliff tiles. So if you want to make this more if you want to make it so that you have a cliff that is not passable or whatnot, you can just make it yourself. It takes a little bit more time to make, but you can do it. And it does allow you to make more interesting things. Like, you can do this, which you can't really do with these tiles, I believe. Let's get rid of that. And then you have your overlay tiles, like, say, your trees. You can stick trees together. You can hide trees together like this, make some unique stuff. You can add more things hidden on it. You can even add events on, you can add events on top of it. So let's say I have an owl. This owl's going to be up here. And it's going to be, above character. So we have an owl now. So, as you can see, the owl's up here. And we could go behind these, tiles. And as you can see, you cannot climb on these ceiling tiles unless you have a ladder or some way of getting up there, like say this. Like you can't get up here normally without like a ladder or some way of getting up there. So you have to be careful with events, because with events, depending on what possibilities you have, like, let's say we put this as a same as character, right? If you have it as same as character, but the tile set possibility is set to behind, you can barely see the owl sprite right there. It is hidden behind the sprites. So if you're doing an event and you want like an owl on top of the tree, but you still want to go behind the tree without the owl blocking you, you have to set the event to above character. Below character is basically you can walk over top of the event. We'll deal with events another time. Yes, I'm gonna discard. I'm gonna delete the owl. The owl doesn't exist. And the rest of these are just the same thing. They're just additional extra stuff. R. Here's a unique thing about the R tile. You can set regions. Now what this means is, I believe this lets you set up like special events. So say I want to set this as a tile 1. It will now be whatever tile that is. And I believe Rice brought this up. Do I have it? I might have it. Where is it? Region events. So I have a plugin here that works specifically for region events. You may see that you can hide specific things to regions. Now I'm not going to go through all the Yamfly events, because I don't think Yamfly would like that. But say you use a plugin like that. You can deal with specific things based on what tiles you step on. So you saw me with some common events. For example, common event 12, if you step on it, it moves the player forward. And all of these moves you in like different directions. Basically what that means is, let's take a look over here. You may see something like this. All of these are set to 1, so that you move forward whenever you step on this ice aisle. So you step on the ice, you're just gonna go forward forever. Now, let's say we don't have ice. I have this over here. Mume has this. So you may see all of these. It's gonna give people trauma. You'll see all the common events here. So these will make you go right. This makes you go up. This makes you go left. And this makes you go down. Wait, where's the down one? This makes you go down. So yeah, you can do things like automated conveyor belts. You can do like ice puzzles if you know how to manipulate this with a plugin. Otherwise, I don't know what the I don't know what to do with this. I think this can work with the enemy encounters. So if you want to have enemies specifically in bushes, I think that's how you do it. Now Now, a couple other things related to the tiles, and Rice brought this up. If you right-click on a tile, it acts like you copy it. So I right-click here on this empty green tile. You'll notice that nothing is clicked. You'll notice that it disappears, right? But it is counted as your current tile. And this goes for if you hold the right button and drag it. It will count whatever you drag. It will copy whatever you drag. So now we have this giant thing. Now you can just copy whatever you drag. And it will copy the exact frame, I believe, of whatever's dragged too. I think if you do control and right click. Yeah, if you control right click, it will copy the I don't think control right click does anything. Let me check this. So if we do this, if we control right click, it doesn't do anything. I don't know if control right click does anything, but right click does let you copy stuff, so it makes it a lot easier to just copy big things, like if you have buildings you want to replicate, you can just replicate buildings. You can also use this tool up here. This tool lets you do one tile at a time. So this is one tile at a time. If you use this square, if you hold the button, you can actually drag it to however far you need to go. It's kind of like using this tool, but without copying. And this lets you make a circle, which is a little tricky to work with. But if you want like a big old circle of something, you can do it that way. This just fills in the entire area. So be careful with this. If you have something like, say, a floor tile, it will overwrite everything in the floor. And this is for shadows. So you see these shadows? You can remove them, or you can add them. So say you want to make something like super dark. You can do this and add it to tiles. And this only works with the A tiles. It doesn't work with anything outside the A tiles, unfortunately. For example, if you go over here, let me show you. You can see I have this set for this map. It works only on the A tiles. It does not work on these tiles. So they're still going to be bright, unfortunately. If you want them to be dark, you're probably going to have to mess with, like, hint. Which, that's okay, we'll get to another time. That's, eventing. What's this one? Oh, you can switch to event mode from there. If you need to go between event and, tile set mode, you can hit F5 or F6. That will work just as well. Okay. Is everything skilled up? Everything is skilled up. Is there anything else I need to go over with tile sets? I didn't expect this entire stream to be just about tile sets. But I guess that's a good place to start, is learning about tile sets. And, you know, set up maps. So maps and tile sets, that's basically what we talked about today. I cannot think of anything else for maps off the top of my head. Anything else we'll talk about regarding maps in regards to events. Which is a whole nother, you know, Cisco thing to deal with. I cannot think of anything else. Does anyone else have anything to talk about in regards to the maps? Anyone else? I think that might be it with the maps. What is this? What does this do? Displays... Oh, it just puts out 1-for-1. So what you would see in the, in-game, basically. Okay. So I don't see anything else in regards to the map. So that might be all we do today. I'm looking, I'm not seeing anything. Let me look up here, what does draw do? Ah, so draw does all of that stuff over here. And scale is all of this stuff. Which I don't know why you would need these for that. And mode, there's the modes right there. Okay. So that's going to be all we're going to be talking about today in regards to the tile sets and the maps. So, again, with the maps, you can do a bunch of stuff in regards to tile sets, how big they are, how often you get enemy encounters, hyper enemies, how often those enemies show up, background music, background sound effects, battle backgrounds, if you fight on that map, if you can gas or not, parallax background, if it loops or not for the parallax, if it loops or not for the, map, if the map will show the name, any, JavaScript goes here, and then there's, all your basic tilings, your floors. You need all of this for being able to move and set up walls and stuff. So floor tiles, walls and ceiling. And then you have your extra tiles, which you can stack together. You gotta be careful with that. You can set up your tile sets to have possibilities, if you can walk on, if you can't walk on, if you can go behind, if you can act like a ladder, if it gives you transparency of the bottom half, if you want to have it for like a soft counter, which I don't know if you ever need to, if it damages you, if you step on it, and I believe this is for the reason. And then you can change your tile sets here, if it's for dungeons or world map, how many tiles you have, etc. JavaScript code, if you have anything you can do with tiles there. And that's it. That's really it for tile sets. So, we're going to stop here for today. And I will say, until next time, everyone, whenever that may be, next time, we are gonna dive more into... I'm not sure. We might dive into events before we go into the database. So, I will say, until next time, whenever that may be, I hope that you guys maybe learned a little from this. I learned some things, a little couple things. And when we get back to it, we'll look at the eventing. So, until then, everyone, whenever that may be. Whoa, dimensional vortex! Wow. It's like we went to the forest all over again.